So season 1 of Invincible is done, and I thought it was pretty good. Now, do I think it's the greatest show of all time? No, not really, but the best show that's come out in 2021? Probably. Out of the shows I've watched in 2021, and believe me, I've watched a lot of shows in 2021, this is probably the best one that has come out this year. Now, of course, this video is going to have spoilers. You can't really talk about this show without spoiling everything in it. Just a quick disclaimer, quick heads up, if you haven't finished this show yet, or if you haven't even started watching it, don't watch this video, because there is going to be spoilers. Now, jumping right in, this show is, like a coming of age sort of thing. It's an animated show, very adult, very violent. If you are a kid, like me, my age, do not watch this show with your parents unless your parents are for that kind of thing, because this is probably the most gory show I think I've ever seen, like animated. The majority of it is this new kid named Mark. He's the son of basically the most famous superhero in the world. He's like Superman without the laser vision. He's super strong, he can't really die. He recently got his powers because they have to develop in their teenage years. Now, it's your typical sort of, like, you're a kid, you're a teenager, and you're trying to balance this kid is trying to balance his superhero life with his love life and his friends. And since he's new to this sort of thing, he doesn't know how to do most of that. I feel like in animated TV shows, when there are famous, like, good voice actors, it just elevates the show to another level. And J.K. Simmons playing Omni-Man just ups this show to another level, because if it was just like some no-name voice actor, I feel like it wouldn't have been as gripping as it would have been with him. And I think that was a really nice touch to add J.K. Simmons, because I feel like he was the perfect voice actor for this role. And of course, along the way, Mark meets a lot of friends. He meets some superheroes. He meets some of his friends, some of his superhero friends that he then knows is in his high school. And he then meets Adam Eve, which I think she had a really good arc where she gets mad at her parents and she leaves and she makes her own life. I really liked that. I really liked that side plot, because in most shows, in most animated TV shows like this, they just throw in filler content, and it doesn't feel like there is much filler at all, because every time Mark goes on some random mission, it's just like adding to his repertoire, his experience in battle, because he starts out as just some kid no one knows, and then he gets these superpowers, and he all of a sudden feels like he has a ton of responsibility, and he doesn't have to worry about his friends and family. But of course, that's not the case. And I really liked that. I really liked the subplot. I really liked the micro story, and I understand the macro level. The macro and the micro were both nailed in this story, and that is something that I love. I realize right now that I'm sitting here talking about this show like it's the greatest thing ever, but I have to say some negative things, because the show is not perfect. No show is perfect. Even my favorite show, Steven Universe, is not perfect. I can still point out flaws with that show, but I can still, of course, point out flaws with this show as well. One thing is, if Amber knew that Mark was invincible the whole time, then why in the one Cyborg episode did she overreact so much as soon as he left? Why did she overreact so much? Like, why did she start crying if she knew he was invincible? Now, of course, that would be our time for today, because we're about to approach 5 minutes. So obviously, there are some things I didn't touch on, and because of that, I will leave some things in the description, because I don't want to waste too much of your guys' time. I stated many, many good things about this show, but I stated a couple bad things, not that many bad things. But I'm gonna give this show an 8, a very good 8 out of 10. I'm gonna end it there. See you later. If you liked it, press the like button. If you didn't, press dislike right now. I can't control you. This is America. I'll see you later. Peace.